Let's get ready to rumble!
Benzinga Nation jam-packed show today. Peloton of 5%.
What's up, disciplined investor?
We got Benzinga CEO Jason Raznick here with us.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Nash.
Peter Schiff on the Power Hour with us live today.
Interesting, different, unique, innovative companies.
Mia, you are live with us on the Power Hour. What's up?
Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Jessica Billingsley, that is the CEO of Akerna.
The best trade idea resource out there. Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday! Monday.
Monday.
Could even be Tuesday morning, depending where in the world you are. But what is up, Zinger Nation? We're going to get straight into it today. We had the crypto sell-off this weekend, and we're about to hit cryptos that look interesting after the dip. This is Ruell Report. Ruell Black on the screen with us. He is going to be breaking everything down for us tonight. We've got two topics we want to get through. Again, we're going to jump right into, hey, here are cryptos that Ruell's seeing as interesting to buy on the dip. He's going to talk about what he added to his portfolio on this weekend sell-off. And then we're also going to talk about the Solana ecosystem. Ruell, what is up, man? How are you doing today?
I am good. It's a nice sunny day here in Arizona. I'm loving it. How you guys?
I'm doing well. I'm from home for once. I don't spend very much time at my house, and I'm just realizing, like, while the intro is playing, that my windows don't have screens in them.
Seriously, wow.
I literally never noticed that before.
You're at the house.
I just cracked it open to get a nice breeze. I just opened it to get a nice breeze, and this bee flew in, and I realized there's literally no screens here. So this episode so far has cost me about $500 worth of screens, so I'm in the hole. You better give me some decent plays, Ruell.
Oh yeah, for sure. How about this crash? Huh?
How about this crash? All right, break it. I guess why don't you give us the recap of what happened, why it happened, where your mind is at, and then take us into, hey, here's how I played this crash. Here's what I got into. Here's what I think is interesting.
So first of all, like, I think everything started when Elon was like, okay, Tesla is no longer accepting Bitcoin. And everybody went into a panic then, and then it, Bitcoin went down, and since the whole market follows Bitcoin, everything went down a little bit. And then China said they're going to put regulations on possibly banning Bitcoin, and then the U.S. said they were going to regulate Bitcoin or crypto purchases over 10,000, over 10K, and that's when the entire drop went just loco.
Okay.
And go ahead.
Not great.
I was just going to ask, so if without Elon, right, take that out, do you think we were still due for a slight pullback, or do you think it was all kind of based on that catalyst?
Honestly, I think all of these pullbacks, even in the stock market, are kind of orchestrated, because for everything to fall all at one time, it just doesn't make statistical sense. For someone like me who's an engineer, like when I look at math of that, the math of that just doesn't make sense. But
is this the
honestly,
whale problem, right? Everybody
pissed.
talks about the whale problem. Does it have something to do with that?
Well, here's the thing. People were all pissed at Elon because he was saying Tesla's not taking Bitcoin anymore because of, the whole energy thing behind Bitcoin, right?
Which I thought that was some bullshit, right?
But hold on, though.
Why is he figuring that out later?
But wait, though, like,
all right, keep
remember
going.
when Kevin O'Leary was on
Yes,
the
I
RAS
do.
report?
Yes, I do.
He was talking about Virgin Bitcoin then, and we were wondering, like, what the hell is he talking about? And that was basically it. That the whole energy reason behind Bitcoin. Now the whole thing seems like garbage to me because there's only 21 million Bitcoin that can be mined. Yep. We're already at like 18.7 million right now. So like all the damage has been done. You know what I mean? Like you can't, there's only about 3 more million Bitcoin that's going to be mined. And most coins aren't mined anymore. Most coins are on proof of stake. And remember us talking about that? Proof of stake versus proof of work, which is proof of mining, proof of work, proof of mining. But I'll call it proof of mining just so we know what we're talking about. most coins do proof of stake now anyway, so it's not really a concern. Ethereum's moving to proof of stake. Soon you won't be able to mine Ethereum. Who knows how long that's going to take? Some people think 2 years or whatever, but most coins aren't even mined anyway. So all of it's kind of garbage, but we should have known it was coming down the pike because Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, told us like a month ago or two. So, without Elon, would this have happened? I don't know, but I really think that people got wind of what was happening with China, what China was going to say, and they kind of just preemptively got everything out.
Okay. All right. So that's what happened. I mean, that was we're talking causal now. Now let's talk price action for a second. I mean, I don't think we need to talk about the fact that the crypto market got hammered. I think that's out there. But let's talk about what got hit worse. Was it the main coins, right? Was it our Bitcoins, our Ethereums? Was it the altcoins? Was it the shit coins?
Everything.
I mean,
everything got hit. It's technically what they call a crypto winter, like a cold point. And the same thing technically happened in 2017. But here's the difference. Back in 2017, companies like Benzinga, Tesla, Overstock, Mogo, MicroStrategy were not holding Bitcoin on their asset ledger. That was not happening back then. So now we have diamond hands.
It's way different. There's no doubt about it.
Right. So back in 2017, like Bitcoin went up to like 15K only to drop down to like $3,000. So a lot of people were all FOMOing, wondering if that's going to happen again or something close to that. And no way.
All right, so Ruell, let me ask you this next question. So you're telling us that everything got hammered. You told us what happened. You told us everything got hammered. Where were you at? Were you buying the dip? Were you pulling money out? Were you sitting tight? And before you answer, look at this. I dropped this poll on Twitter on Sunday morning. We had 800 people vote in it, and I was amazed by how balanced this thing was. We had 51. It's a good sample size, right? 850 people. It's a decent sample size. 51% of people said that they're buying the dip. 41% of people said they're sitting on the sidelines. 7% of people were hungover and woke up late. I was expecting, when I put this out there, I thought it was going to be 85% buy the effing dip, baby. We're pounding some money into this thing. But I was amazed by the percentage of people, not the hungover people. The hungover, that was about my expectations. But I was amazed by the amount of people that said they were just going to sit on the sidelines. Where were you at? And then let's circle back to what the general crowd sentiment was.
Awesome, Luke. Perfect information, perfect thing to bring up. Now, I'm not sure how great this poll is because more people probably because more people probably look at Benzinga for stocks than they do crypto.
Yep.
However, one thing that I think it does show is the increase of action in the crypto market. And I think that's why it's so half and half, because there's so many people that just came into the crypto market. They have no idea what to expect. This is almost like when Rona crashed the stock market.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's in the crypto market. They have no idea what to expect. And then everyone else is probably, okay, hey, I'm used to this. I've been in the crypto market. I'm just going to buy the dip. And then there are probably some people that are even new that are just like, okay, I've been told to buy the dip, so that's what I'm going to do. So I think what it shows us is there's a lot more influx of new people into the crypto market.
Yep. All right. So let's get into some of these plays, right? And again, guys, if for anybody who's just joining us, we just broke down the crash of what happened. So if you want to see that, rewind a little bit. But Ruell, I want to get into what are some opportunities that you see off of this weakness. And then after that, let's move into the Solana ecosystem for the second half of the show. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
All right. So why don't you pull up some charts and talk to us about some of these dip opportunities. And I want to do a BTC price check. I haven't checked in the past 2 hours. We're already back to 39.
I
So
just wanted to interject because I was proud of this. So I bought some Ethereum at like 2,800, like before it dipped hard. Or like it had already dipped down to whatever, and then it was going back up. And I was like, I kind of like FOMO bought it because it was like going back up. I was like, shoot, I missed the dip. So I bought it at like 2,900, and then it dipped back down to like 2,200 or something, and it was holding support there for a little bit. And so I was down like an immediate 10, 20% or whatever on it. And instead of selling all of it, what I did was when I saw more weakness in it, I put in a limit order for Ethereum at $1,900.
nice.
And just like went to bed, didn't know if it was gonna get filled or not. Woke up, saw that it had gotten filled. By the time I woke up, it was back up to like 2,200 where it was before. But because I had that limit order at 1,900, now my trade's actually net positive, even though I bought it at 2,900 and it went all the way down because I got this limit order at 1,900, which to me, to buy Ethereum at 1,900 was just a steal.
That is a steal, AB, for sure. And that actually brings up a really good point. I noticed that the biggest dips happen when we're sleeping, when Americans are sleeping. So I have no idea why that is the case. But if you're just to look at the chart, I think that it will correlate that a lot of those big dips happen while we're sleeping. I believe that huge dip happened while we were sleeping, right?
I think that was honestly my first time ever like getting a limit order filled, whether it be crypto or stocks. And so now that I've done that and it worked out, I might be a limit order guy now.
Yeah, and it seems like that's something that you can do with crypto a lot while you're sleeping, because for sure it seems like those big dips happen while Americans are sleeping. Why? I'm not sure. But
and Ruell, can you just preview us, just hammer us through these tickers that you're about to talk about? I want to blast a tweet out on them.
Sure. I'm going to talk about Radium.
Give me some tickers.
It's Ray. And
RAY. Okay.
Polls, Polka Starter.
POLS. Okay.
Cards, Card Starter. Occam, Occamfi.
Give me ACAM.
It's OCC.
Oh, okay. So you got to give me these. Okay, I don't know these like I know stocks. All right.
Okay.
You give me stock names, I'll bang them out.
And then where are we at? I think that's those are the main ones. So for me, you asked me what I did, Luke. I rebalanced my portfolio into stuff that before I thought was way too expensive for me to get into. And let me share my screen. And for me, it's these. For me, it's these IDO starters. So all these IDO starters, these are like basically the coins that you can go on for an IPO for cryptos. Okay. And of course, like my Patreons got this first. So if you guys are interested, I have a Patreon, and I think Aaron has the link for that. But so let's look at Polka Starter. Polka Starter is basically going to be Polkadot's IDO system. But since Polkadot has an Ethereum bridge, right now it's already up on Ethereum. So this guy went as high as $6 only to crash down to like $1.30 something. I know it says 155 here, but I bought a ton at like $1.38. So literally that's just such a bargain. And as you can see, it's already at 205. So at this point, it's almost like, it's like a 70% gain already. And as we go in here and look at the website, and this is something you can get on CoinMarketCap, hopefully soon on Benzinga Pro. We go to these actual pools. You are getting these things on pennies of the dollar. Like I mentioned before with Superfarm, which is an Aleo Trades crypto, these were out for like something like 5 cents a coin, and the value of it right now is like at one point was like at $3. I'm not sure what it is now after the crash, but just point is you're getting these things pennies on the dollar if you're able to get into these. And basically the rules are, go ahead.
Sorry, keep going.
And basically the rules are like you buy a certain amount of pools, which is this currency, and then you're able to get a certain amount of tickets to be able to participate in a whitelist. Now, one thing you want to be cognizant of is some whitelists don't allow people from the U.S. to participate. So you want to make sure of that isn't a problem for you.
Yep.
So you can click on these, go like basically to their Telegram or to their Medium site, and they'll tell you when their whitelist is. So I'm going to dot moves Medium, and I'm going to go down here, and I'm sure pretty soon it'll tell me when it's a whitelist is. Or maybe not. All the other places did. So let me go to one that I know did. Darn it. That's not the right one. Maybe it's this one. Or maybe not. But either, like, did you just go there and search one of their sites, like their Twitter or whatnot, and they'll tell you, like, here it is. New Poker Starter date, but they already did the whitelist, which is further down here. So most of the time you have to go on the website and get on the whitelist first. And then you have the ability to get on the raffle if you reach. Okay, there we go. Winners of the whitelist lottery are being contacted via email. But even to win the lottery, you have to have a certain amount of pulls. And we went over this a little bit last week. If I go pull it up. So specifically for Poker Starter, they changed their rules so that 250 polls means you get one ticket into the raffle, and then like 250 polls, they estimate will be 100 winners, and basically they make it so that only one account can win a raffle a week, so that it's fair. So if you're holding 250 polls, you're really having a chance at having something. And then we have Card Starter, and that's the one I'm really excited about. I mean, I picked up some shares, but I still don't have enough yet to kind of participate. Okay. But maybe some of you other guys won't run into this problem.
So, all right. So this is the second one that you bought on the dip, this cards. And how much was this down, and how much is it rebounded now?
Okay, it was down to like about, I believe, 35. Here, let's go look. Trying to get the right watch list. I must have shuffled off of it.
All right. So again, guys, if you're just joining us, we're talking basically Ruell's taking us through the dip happened this weekend. Here's what he added on that dip. So what was the can you just show us really quickly what was the high before the dip this weekend? Where were we at, like maybe Friday? So there's
like
Tuesday.
$78, $83.
All right.
I know I sent out
Friday
a tweet
we were
about
77. Okay, and then we bottomed at what?
34.
Bottomed. Okay, so this thing more than halved. And okay, and you added to it, and now we've got a little bit of a bounce off of that halving. It seems like it's moved in general with how the general crypto market has moved. Is that fair to say?
Yep, that is fair to say. But what I like about this is once it gets up and running, it's going to be Cardano's. It's going to be Cardano's IDO project. And let's go open this up and connect my Ethereum wallet. Okay, so what I like about CardStarter is their projects actually are okay for US people. And I'm just really like, I've been stoked about Cardano like forever. So I'm thinking that like for them to be in the Cardano ecosystem, that's a really good place for them to be. If we look at the actual, oh, okay, there it is. We skipped it. So basically, in order to have a chance here, you need 100 of these to be in the lottery, have a 10% chance at the lottery, which means like that's like what, $4,000, $5,000. Yep. And if you really want to like have a fourth of a chance, that's just you're forking over a lot of money. But you're getting these projects at pennies on the dollar. Like if we go look at Charlie, which is supposed to be the Cardano Oracle. I wonder if they tell you what price they sold these at. Doesn't look like it, but I'm sure we could do some research and figure it out. But you're getting these things at like pennies on the dollar, so it's really a great opportunity because you really have the chance to get a lot of bang for your buck. And the last one I'll go through, I can't go through all of them because it'll just be too much time, is Radium. Radium I'm really excited about because it's part of the Solana network. Solana is another Ethereum killer.
Okay.
And the barrier to entry here is a lot lower than a lot of stuff. And it has an accelerator here that, like, if you stake like 50 of these, you have a chance.
Let me ask you this. So when you were doing this dip buying, and again, you're taking us through these cryptos that you thought were interesting on the weekend sell-off. Were you basically just buying more of the coins that you liked, or was this buying related to these ones got especially hammered, and so I'm going to hit this as a swing trader? Is it more of an accumulation for stuff that you already liked, and you're saying, hey, now I can get this at a discount?
Well, I did buy some things that I liked that I could get at a discount, like Veracity. I've been about Veracity since day one, and Veracity, like, it was a third of what it was normally at. It was like normally it's at like 3 cents or so, a little over 3 cents.
Yep.
It went down to like a cent. So I bought some more, and part of the reason why I bought that is because you can stake it. I'm all about what you can stake and get an interest rate on and create passive income. Because guess what? When these dips happen, if you've been staking all that time, you've made a lot, you've buffered a lot of your risk.
Okay.
So for things like that, yes, I increased my holdings on that, but I was really looking for the things that would give me the most bang for my buck, and that would be these IDO things. And if you could share with me here again, like this Radium one is very clear in what it says, the price per token is, and we can just very quickly see, like, so Mer was one of them. So right now it's at about $1, but when it came out, it reached to about $2. And as you can see clearly on the site, they sold the tokens at 12 cents. So that's like what? At 8x, 7x?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So then if you look at media right here, we look at the media token. As you can see, they said they sold it for $10 a share or $10 a coin. It's at $84 right now, and it was as high as $175. So that's like an 18x. And as you can see, this is all. So it's only been around since May. So that kind of confirms what we're saying here. So that's like an 18x on that. Like you cannot beat that. So also another thing that sold me hardcore with Radium is that you could stake it. So you could stake it for 35% APR. So I was really scooping up some Radium, some Car Starter, and some polls.
All right, so those were the ones that you bought. There's those three. Yep. Those are your dip buying opportunities. And I'm gonna throw this one out to the chat too, guys. I mean, this is Zinger Nation. The more we get out of the community, the smarter we all are. If you guys have other cryptos that you bought during the dip, go ahead and drop them in. I'm curious where everybody's at. I was as a stock person, right? I live, eat, and breathe stocks. I was surprised by how well the crypto stocks held up today. I expected it to be a bloodbath. I was actually looking forward to it being a bloodbath because I've got a couple that I'm very keen on. We can talk about Voyager Digital for a second, maybe. They're reporting earnings tomorrow, and there's no way. All right, Ruell. I'm more confident in this earnings beat than any other earnings beat that I've ever had confidence in before in my life. Do you see the numbers that I put out on Twitter?
No, I didn't see those.
Go to my Twitter really quick, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Are you in this one?
No longer, no.
All right, you might want to get into earnings.
Okay.
All right, scroll down. I was hoping it was going to get hammered to keep going, keep going. How'd you like that commercial, by the way?
I loved it.
Were you dying?
Yeah,
keep going. All right, this one. Will you open up this thread?
Right here?
Yeah, open up that thread. All right, scroll up a little bit for me. Go up. Okay, check this out. Boom. It's tweets 2 and 3 in the thread. That's what you want.
Okay.
So go down. There we go. All right. Earnings estimate for the quarter: 46.8 million. Voyager Digital. It's a crypto brokerage. They're reporting earnings tomorrow. It's a publicly traded stock ticker VYGVF. Again, it's VYGVF. Estimate $46.8 million. All right. The company already disclosed how much revenue they made in January and February. January 8.6 million. February 20 million. So that's 28.6 million. So in order for them to beat their estimate for Q1, they need to do 18.2 million at least in March. Okay, so that's less than February. And look in tweet number 3 there, the second one on your screen. Literally every KPI for March was better than February. Literally every KPI. So how could revenue be lower? Trading volume was higher, deposits were higher, new accounts were higher, new funded accounts were higher, principal value traded was higher. Literally every metric was higher. And the analyst estimate is that March will be a lower revenue number than February. Okay.
Really?
So that's why I'm hitting this SOB into
for my own edification. What's a KPI?
Sorry, key performance indicator. Gotcha. Basically, what I mean by that is all of their non-financial metrics, which they gave us for the month of March, are higher than February. Yet sell side Wall Street is coming out and they're sandbagging the shit out of these earnings. That's why I feel good about this one into earnings tomorrow after the close.
Okay.
So I was hoping the stock was going to get hammered today, and I could pick some shares up in like the $14, $15 range.
Sounds good.
And let's grab some out of the chat. You mind grabbing a couple tickers out of the chat, Ruell?
I can't. I don't think I can see the comments.
But I can. Hex. We got somebody hexes one that they liked off of the weakness this weekend. Any opinions on that?
Oh, I actually hold some Hex. I'm pretty high on Hex because the whole deal there is for it to increase interest. Like the whole goal of the coin is just interest increasing. So I hold Hex. I like Hex. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so there's one. Number two, somebody's asking which wallet they should start with. Any suggestions there? Sounds like it's
I would
somebody who's
say
new.
just start with MetaMask because it works on pretty much everything. But if you're asking for wallet as far as like trying to like stake stuff, I would suggest going with the KuCoin exchange because on their exchange you can stake stuff, and on their exchange not only can you stake stuff, you can soft stake, which is what they call like you put something in a certain account and you just leave it there, and because it's in that certain place, it just earns staking interest every day.
Yep. Okay. All right, so there's the move. All right, so those are the ones on the chat, and I just hijacked you a little bit, Ruell. And again, for everybody who's just joining us, we just went through Ruell's cryptos that he bought off of the dip this weekend. Ruell knows that I'm the slow him down guy, so I don't think he minds when I break it down for a second. But those tickers were ticker RAY Romeo Alpha Yankee, ticker POLS, that's Papa Oscar Lima Sandy, and ticker cards Charlie Alpha Romeo Delta Sandy. Those three. Alan Vincent's dropping in Shiba Inu. Nice. All right,
All
Ruell.
those meme coins. I'm not sure about all of those. Like,
me neither.
I'm not sure. Like, especially in this market right now, I'm not sure. But if you just have some money that you don't mind just like putting in like $5 or whatever, sure, put it on Shiba Inu, put it on SafeMoon, put it on Kobasu, which is one that I'm kinda highish on because they're doing like dog rescue. So, but I say in this market right now, there are much better things that you can spend your money on.
Yep. So all right. So yeah, Ruell. Move us into the second half of the show, which is we're going to talk about the Solana ecosystem, another ETH killer, and I'm going to hit you with a hard question up front.
Sure.
Ready? You love your ETH killers, first of all. For anybody who's new to the show, Ruell loves his ETH killers. There's no doubt about that. If you had to pick, you can only buy one. You're getting ADA or Solana. So Cardano or Solana, which one are you picking?
Cardano, hands down. And the reasons for those are Charles Hoskinson. He's always on YouTube. He's always getting it out there. And I don't know what it is about Charles. It's like he's enigmatic. Like he's a nice leader. Like something about him where he's like a leader. He looks like the brawny tall guy. Like that's what he looks like. And he kind of sounds unassuming, but the way he handles himself is like he will tear down a wall if he needs to get Cardano into the best place that he needs to get it into. And I really value what like he took on in putting it into the African market. I mean, part of that is not just humanitarian. He did that because he thought there would be too many regulations in America, but you cannot deny the humanitarian part of it in that I think he mentioned something like Africans pay like 85% for a regular cash loan, and that's just
85% APY.
Yes.
What does the payday loan normally cost? Do you know?
Like I think some of them get like to like 30% or 24%, which is still ridiculous.
Still high. Yeah, take a credit card. Those some big numbers. All right. Thank you, sir.
So yeah, if I had to pick Cardano for sure.
Me too. You got me on the Cardano train. I was a hater. I was a hater for too long and lost money because I didn't. If I just blindly trusted you, Ruell, I'd be retired by now. Okay. But all
It's
right,
all good.
take it away with Solana ecosystem.
So first, a little background. And the reason why I'm really high about these ETH killers is because Ethereum and the gas problems are a big problem. Some people are saying that Ethereum might eclipse Bitcoin, maybe, but there's too many problems with the gas. There's too many problems about eclipsing, like scaling the network. There's too many problems where like DeFi doesn't really work on there because of limitations on the network. So, and we have these Ethereum killers, and some of the major ones are Cardano, Polkadot, Solana, Zinquilla, Harmony One, Tron, Avalanche. We're going to focus on Solana today. Okay, Solana, let me pull it up. Okay, Solana, they already, and if you can share for me, Luke, I'm going to do present here. Solana, they already have some of the stuff in the network in place. Like we just saw Radium, right? And we just saw that Radium has a bit of a launch pad to it. And launch pad's another word for like these IDO things. Another thing that they have coming up is a company called Solstarter. They're going to be another IDO company. And generally, when you see the ends with starter on it, they're IDO cryptos. So this is kind of how they're going to weight their pool. These are going to be their tiers. But as of right now, this is not for sale. They just did their whitelisting. So they'll probably be for sale sometime soon. Another one to keep in mind with these guys. Let me just go to my watch list for them. So the major ones we'll look at is Solana, the coin itself. All of these are at a discount. But as you can see today, all of them are up like 20%. But these are the coins we're going to focus on: Solana, Serum, Bonafide, Radium, Oxygen, Maps, and Step Finance. I think there's a couple more. Nope, that's it. So these are the ones we're going to focus on. Okay. And remember the steps that we broke it down into before, right? We want to find something that's a DeFi solution, something that's an Oracle, and the Oracle is responsible for bringing in all the data into the blockchain. And then, oh my God. And then also the DEXs, which are the decentralized exchanges that are like Uniswap. These are the things that we want to grab along with the IDOs. So we went over the two IDOs, which are Solstarter and Radium. Radium is also
wait. And let me recap it. So we're talking about the Solana ecosystem, correct? And then specifically what we're looking for within the Solana ecosystem is we're looking for a DeFi solution, or basically a DeFi asset, correct? An Oracle asset, an IDO, which I don't know what the hell that is.
An IDO is basically like an IPO. It's like an IPO site.
Okay, and then also DEXs.
Yep, which is a decentralized
exchange. Yep, I should have said that.
Yep. So
did you see that? Okay.
Go ahead.
Never mind.
So
I was gonna ask if you saw that CNBC NFT today.
Oh no. So all of what we've been talking about earlier that I invested in were companies that were cryptos that were IDOs, like Radium, like us, Polkastarter, and all of that. So we just looked at Solstarter and Radium. Now let's take a look at Serum. Where were we here? Okay, so Serum, I think it was as high as like $10. So you're getting it half off right now if this guy loads. If not, whatever. You guys could see it yourselves on CoinMarketCap. Let's actually go to the, okay, it did load. So, yep, it was as high as $12, only to sink down here to $3.30. My goodness. And kind of sell it out here at 447. And we can go visit the site itself. Okay, this isn't the actual site. It's like their website or something. I don't know why they're not just letting me see its actual site. Serum Dex. I think that's where we go. Okay, yeah, Serum Dex. So basically, it's a DEX, just like a Pancake Swap or whatnot. You can go on here and swap tokens. Apparently, they're deprecating that. But like all these other projects we've seen, right, they're not fully operational. And that's why Ethereum and Binance Chain are still winning right now, because these guys are just not fully operational. But as you could see, when we looked at Radium, right, it looked way more operational than Serum. And, you know, they're already allowing staking and all of that jazz. So Radium's higher on my list than Serum. But yeah, a lot of reasons why people like Solana is because Solana is very fast. If you do a transaction on there, like I've swapped coins back and forth on different exchanges, it literally happens in like 5 seconds. It doesn't take that long at all. But the reason why I say I would pick Cardano over Solana is because Charles Hoskinson seems to be very like upfront with what's happening with Cardano. He's very upfront with what's happening on the roadmap and all of that. And so Solana seems to be a little bit more secretive with what they got going on. So that's why I give Cardano the edge there, because here we have their ecosystem, but I don't think they necessarily have a roadmap. Yeah, let me see if we can even find a roadmap here.
All right.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a roadmap, but you know, Charles and Cardano, they're very upfront with stuff like that. But if we look at the price of Solana, it's something we just can't just overlook it. So it's high as like 40 something, 50 something dollars, only to be cut in half here to like 32. So it's really hiking back up there now.
Yep.
So it was as high as $55. Jesus.
Geez, so pizzo.
Only to go down to 24 here, and it's all the way back to $32.
And you do own this? Is that fair to say?
Yes, I do. I own some of Solana, but it's like you use the pieces, just like how you go on Binance and you use Binance coin to swap to get different Binance coins. You use different Solana. Like, let me go back to Radium. Where the heck is that? Did I close it? I think I closed it. I'll bring it back up. So you use the Solana coin to swap and get different things there. So if I wanted to swap and get some Radium, I would use my Sol coin. Does that make sense?
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay, so I own some Solana itself, but a lot of it I use to swap to get my Radium, because I'm liking to stake my Radium. If you want to get Solana and just hold on to Solana itself, like you would want to hold on to Cardano, you can actually stake Solana on the Exodus wallet. And, and, I, and, I, should mention that because I know some people mentioned what wallet should I get. So Exodus is the wallet. And I should mention that because I know some people mentioned what wallet should I get. So and it's basically like a wallet / exchange. So you can download the app, and you can stake Solana on there. Actually, let me see if I can reach my phone. I could tell you how much their interest rate is. Oh, my wife was gonna grab my phone. She's so nice. Let me see.
She's nice, and I hear dishes in the background too. Could have a couple things coming for you. I don't know.
Possibly. One can hold. Let's
I
see.
hear some dinner on my side.
The little clitter clatter of dishes in the evening. Sounds like a song. Okay, so Solana, it's 10.8. It's 10.28 APY. So definitely you can hold some Solana, but in my opinion, with the Ray being here for 35.12, and you can get more shares of it because it's only at $4, and you can use it to get into these IPOs. I would say that Ray is the better buy, but not a financial advisor. So basically that's Solana in a nutshell. And yeah, so I can open up the last part to questions, but one stock I want to go over because I'm so high
Hey, what
on
about
this.
what is OBLN?
OBLN?
Is that a stock or is that a crypto?
Sounds like a stock.
I was just saying it's a stock. Obalon Therapeutics. All right,
Sounds
we've had a couple people in the chat, a couple different people talking about this one. I don't know
I have
why.
no idea. I don't know anything
But all
about
right,
this.
you're getting this weird news bug too, that weird login thing too.
Yes.
Has it been doing that all day?
No, only right now, and I think it's because I restarted my computer and I didn't actually log into
I got it
Benzinga.
this morning as well.
So I'm gonna go over CleanSpark. I know you guys. I know a lot of YouTubers. Okay, I'll log in. That's what you want me to do. Gosh,
Yep.
Benzinga. All right. You know how we're gonna do this? We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that.
There you go. Okay.
And it'll load.
All right.
Or not. It wants me to log in first. Makes sense. Okay. Because I didn't do that before. All right. So I know a lot of people talk about CleanSpark, but I feel like they really don't emphasize enough that CleanSpark is a really diverse company. You're not only getting the crypto, you're getting the clean energy. All right. They make microgrids. If I owned a house in the middle of nowhere, California, I would need a microgrid to power my house because I wouldn't be close to the power grid. So
Yep.
a company like
Huge
CleanSpark,
market.
yep, and it's also a
Both
huge
of the
market,
people who want this product are going to be customers.
right?
Come on, there can't be that many buyers.
And it's also a huge market in certain countries like Puerto Rico and stuff like that, where they don't necessarily have a big power grid and they need to have microgrids to like power different homes. So that's something to note too. But yeah, so not only is it a clean energy play with these microgrids, and what these microgrids do is they basically regulate energy. They're all about saving energy. So if I have this microgrid hooked up to my little solar system that I need because I'm off the power grid, it's going to make sure I'm getting the right energy in. My batteries are charged. I'm only getting the energy I needed to my house, and everything's regulated in a utopian, best performing manner. Now you throw you throw the mining onto that, so they're diversified in two of the biggest industries of what's going on right now. This administration is high on clean energy. crypto is going out of insane, and I don't feel like enough people have talked about their earnings. They tripled their earnings. Now, some people have also said like something like they're not like they need to get all of their like mining in. They do.
Yeah.
They're already mining, and that's what this shows us. So their revenue went from 1.9 million, 1.95, 2.25 to 8.12. Why is that? That's because of the Bitcoin. Case in point, I like to use precedents. So we have precedent of other miners, right? Let's go to Mara. Mara, their revenue was less than $1 million. Then boom, 2.64, 9.15. Riot, same thing. Around 2, 5, all the way to 23 million. That's what we have in store for CleanSpark here, right?
All right.
They're getting more miners in. They have the technology that also not only are they using this clean energy stuff, they're also applying the microgrids to their harvesting of Bitcoin. So they're doing it in a most efficient manner. Like they're wasting way less energy than any of these other companies are. I'm sure of that. So if anyone wants to come complaining to them about it, hey, look, buddy, we already have our microgrids hooked up. You know, we're already maximizing our energy there. So expect that revenue to just increase the same way that these guys did. And you know, there's just no question here. And of course, I love my diversified companies along with CleanSpark. Let's move on over here to Overstock, shall we?
Let's do Overstock. It. It's an interesting company. That one I'm highly interested in.
So Overstock, they do e-commerce. They sell like furniture and whatnot, but they also own a crypto exchange. It's called like T0 or something like that. And they also have Bitcoin on their ledger. Look at these earnings here. They're like cruising at 350, like high 300s, mid 400s. And then crypto happens. Boom. 782, 730 something, 684, 650, 59. So they've like doubled their revenue the last 4 quarters. And crypto has a lot to do with that. So I'm really high on these two because they have the diversity, and they're in two sectors in our Rona world, which is very important: clean energy and e-commerce. Very high on these two for the future. Oh, and while I'm at it, let me give you guys my dark horse. This is something I should probably only give Patreons, but hey, what the hell? Ace Convergence Acquisition Corp. This is a SPAC. It's sitting at 995. I saw this before with MP Materials, right? This SPAC set at this price forever. No one touched it. It was, it's clean. It's like precious metals, which is also something that's going to be needed for EVs coming up, right? That's why we have this whole chip shortage. ACV is a semiconductor company. It's called Arcronix or something like that. They just had earnings. Look at this. I don't hear anybody talking about this guy, but look at these earnings.
What's the market cap?
Oh, I'm not sure. All I know is, like, if you look at these earnings, okay, so their first quarter adjusted.
Great. Take off your hover so I can see. Okay. What about, holy crap. Yeah.
Right?
Significant. And this is a new issue? Is this a new stock?
Well, it's a SPAC.
Okay. Is it a new ticker then? Like it
No,
recently
it's been
merged?
out there for a bit. It's just like they haven't merged into the company yet.
Okay.
So they've been around since like October last year,
Okay.
but they're dead set in the middle of this chip shortage thing. And those of you who don't know, I'm an engineer, so I kind of work in this field. We had a chip shortage we had to deal with because specific area I work in, we need FPGAs too. So this company sells like specialized FPGAs. They went from negative 86 to 0.21 same time last quarter. Sales went from 5.5 million to 29.9 million. That's like what, a 5x? Come on. Like,
Yep.
and it's just going to get higher because more and more chips are needed. All these electrical cars are coming, all these electrical charging stations that are coming, like all these things like CleanSpark and their microgrids. All of this stuff is just going to be like more chips, more chips, more chips. And
Yep.
willing to bet people are still going to be working from home, so more computers are going to be needed. You got
For
kids
sure.
on
I mean, it's
Fortnite
just the
and
way
all
that the
this
world
other
is
stuff.
moving in general.
Exactly.
All right, it's an interesting one. I'll give it to you. But what do you think about my Voyager Digital? They are going to smoke those revenue estimates.
I've
There's zero
always been
doubt about
about I've always been about Voyager. If you look on their app, it is extremely easy to use and the information is so right in front of you. They show you like how crypto's been doing for the day, the week, the month. Yeah, I'm all about Voyager. Like the only thing that I don't like about them is it takes like when I transfer money out of there, it takes like 5 days to get my money. Like,
Yeah.
and normally with other cryptos, it's like an hour. So they have a more stringent like check. And part of that might be because they're in America and most of these other ones are not in America. So that part I don't like, but everything about their app is so easy. Like their app more than any other one I deal with, Binance, KuCoin, their app is just really straightforward and really nice to use. So like if I'm looking on there and I want to see what crypto coin, and they offer like a lot of coins too, like 30 or 40. If I want to see what coins are moving for the day, I can literally see that because all I have to do is do like 24 hours, click on that guy, sort them, and I can see what coin is moving right then and there. So
Yep.
I don't know if you guys, any of you guys out here are day traders, but if you want to, like, there's no PDT with cryptocurrency. So if you're on the Voyager app and you want to see, okay, how is Bitcoin moving at this particular time, and you see that it's going up, you could kind of like play around and move in and out of cryptos if you wanted to, and do it very easily because you have the Voyager app. I mean,
Yep.
I'm not going to do that, but I'm more of an investor than a day trading person, but it's an option.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, like Binance USA, I'm so pissed with them. Their support is the absolute worst.
Dude, I'm dealing with it too. Because we can drive a lot of users to Binance, but I guess they don't
We
want our
could.
users.
We could, but their support, my account has been disabled now for like a month or more. And mind you, okay, it was a chargeback, but I took care of the chargeback like literally a month and a half ago. Still can't use my account. Can't transfer my money out of there. I have like
Wait, so you have money in there that you can't transfer out?
yes.
Is it sitting in USD or what's it sitting in?
It's sitting in some of it's in coins and some of it's in USD because I more than took care of the chargeback.
So can you trade in it at least? You just
I
can't get
can't
money out?
trade. Trading is disabled.
Holy crap. Wait, can you request an ACH from the bank side? No, because it's in coins. You
Possibly.
got to switch it to USD first.
Like I can put money in, but I can't take money out.
Classic.
Oh man. And this
Probably
has
didn't
been
feel
going on
great
for
this
a month.
weekend amid the crypto crash.
What's that?
Probably didn't feel great this weekend amid the crypto crash.
No, it didn't, because I have money in there sitting there that I can't use, and it's really upsetting, especially when you see a crash like this. It's like, okay, I could use that money for this coin, but I can't because my account's disabled. So supposedly they're going to do something about it now because I complained on Twitter. We shall see. But their support has been the worst. Like, I saw someone, on Twitter. Like, I was looking at the comments because they have a Binance Help USA. There were various comments where people were like, I've been waiting 4 months. I've been waiting a year. I have thousands of dollars in there. I can't move it. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, do they literally do support just ignore everyone? And like, never has the time in crypto been higher. So they're making tons of money, but they're spending none of it on support. It's crazy. But yeah, do you guys have any? Are there any comments on any type of coins or crypto stocks out there?
ACEV, that's another one.
That's the one we just went
Mara.
over.
Yep, Mara. Somebody's in Mara. Pulse Chain is another one that's being thrown out there. Theta and XPRT, another couple in there. So those are some of the favorites in the chat. And again, Ruell, for those of us who are just joining us, we went through the Solana ecosystem. And basically Ruell's favorite plays for the Solana ecosystem. And then you also took us through the three cryptos that you were buying amid this weekend's crash. Yeah. And I'll remind everybody what they were one more time. We had Ray, ticker RAY, Romeo Alpha Yankee. We had Pols, POLS, Papa Oscar Lima Sandy, and Cards, CARDS, Charlie Alpha Romeo Delta Sandy. Boom. Those are the three.
Oh, I like this trade doc with Theta and XPRT. Let me touch on those a little bit. Theta's, they're not a competitor of you could say that they're a competitor of Vera. You could say that. They have their own kind of like YouTube-ish type deal, and they have a lot of people backing them. Like I believe they have one of the YouTube creators as like an advisor, and they've been cut in half as well in their price. But I'm a little bit higher on Vera, and the reasons why is because you can stake it. Vera also has a big esports platform that I haven't even spoken on. It's really big over in China, and it was big to the point where they could even offer like 25K like contests and stuff like that. Yep. And at one point, I believe it was like a couple weeks ago, they had 100K concurrent viewers, which is a heck of a lot.
Dude, that's crazy. The most that we ever got to was during GameStop. We got into the thousands of concurrents, and that was insane.
So yeah, can you imagine 100K?
We were like we were at like 8,000 or 9,000, and that was crazy for us.
Right. So imagine like how they can upsell to those guys, like how they could sell them NFTs, how they could put like advertisements on all of that stuff. It's amazing. So it's really nice that Vera's been doing that from the beginning, and not to even mention that they have that whole proof of view technology where that it's patented, only patented one in the world, and it's patented worldwide, where they can verify that a view is not from a bot. What people don't know is that YouTube and YouTube-like systems, they lose a lot of money from advertising because some views are bot views. So, and if you can put in this Vera technology, and they are compatible with YouTube and Twitch, by the way. Input this Vera technology, YouTube makes more, creators make more. There you go. Yep. And I saw something from one of their founder that was from like a AMA and Ask Me Anything, where he said they have like this is secondhand news. If you wanna watch some of my videos, I show you on the Black Room Investing channel. I show you exactly where I got it from. This is secondhand knowledge, but it's cite a source. where he says they have a big deal coming up in July with a major esports company, and that their name Veracity is going to be actually a part of the official like advertisement and branding. So that's why I'm high on those guys. But if you want to own Theta too, it's definitely not a bad idea. Just like I'm owning all of these different ETH killers. I'm not trying to just pile in one. I'm gonna like most of my money's in Cardano. That's the one. Most of my money's there, but I'm owning them all because you know, why just put all your eggs in one basket, right? And then XPRT, I've heard of it, and I'm not sure what problem they're trying to solve, but I know that they have like 30%, like I think it's 34% staking rewards, and that's a pretty high percentage, and I like when I get staking rewards like that. But one I like you guys to consider is Akash, and Akash is basically they're trying to create like a Internet 3 type deal, because that's one of the biggest things in crypto right now is that they're trying to do like a Web 3 where your data is protected, all your data is your data, and using the blockchain, like try to get it like faster so they can run things like DeFi systems and different things that might require a lot of computing power. So Akash is one that I'm heavily invested in. It's at a lower cost than XPRT, so it's all about quantity too. If you're getting a higher quantity, then you're going to get more on your staking. And Akash stakes for 55 point something on
Dude,
the Cosmos Station wallet.
how do you trust anything that stakes that high?
Because you have to understand that it's like it's an asset for them. They're using that asset to get money themselves. So they're giving you a percentage of what they like. It's just like what the bank used to be. The
I
bank.
get it. I know. I mean, I understand it. And I want to give this shout out to Todd in the chat. Has been dipping cash into USDC. That is a stable coin, is tied to the US dollar. Ruel, you might be the crypto expert, but I am the #1 crypto portfolio manager over these past 7 days. My entire crypto account, not my entire, 90% of my crypto account is in USDC, yielding 9% APY. Everybody was freaking out this weekend. I just held up,
There you go. But that's a good point. That's a good point though, Luke. You should always have money on the sidelines, and better yet, to have it in USDC or Tether or some type of stable coin, and even better yet, earn staking or stake it or earn some interest on it. So that's definitely the way to go. And I know different people say different percentages, but I'm sure like 20% is like totally enough to kind of keep on the sidelines and have either staking or earning interest in your Voyager app, right? So that so that when crashes like this happen, you can pounce on them and just like rake it all up. But I know what you're talking about with these staking percentages. Like there's one coin on KuCoin called Hydra, in which it offers like 130% like staking interest. And when you see something like that, it's kind of hard to look at it and be like, okay, is this real? But they've calculated and they've done like whatever they need to do to figure out why they can give you this high staking percentage. And if you get the coin at one of its lowest points, which is right now, really it shouldn't matter to you, because you're getting it at its lowest point and you're staking it, so you're in the best of both worlds. If another crash happens at this point, Hydra's probably not going to fall lower than what it is right now. So yeah, all of these different coins giving all of these interest rates, they have something on the tokenomics where they can do that. Some smart math guys figure that out smarter than I'm gonna try to figure it out. So let's go with it.
All right, I'll take it.
So yeah,
All right, man. I'm gonna get to some dinner. Ruel, I appreciate you taking us through everything. As always, again, you went out on a limb. It's a bloody market. You were not afraid. You're never afraid. You gave us the ones that you're buying. So we appreciate you.
Only thing I want to leave you guys with is I have a Patreon. If you guys want to look at my channel, Black Root Investing, all that information should be there on my latest video, which is I go over the stock market and I look over like all of the different growth stocks and what growth stocks you should be in.
I'm gonna drop the link to Ruel's channel in the chat. Make sure you subscribe, guys. Come on, no.
For
We
sure.
do all this free educational content all the time. Ruel gives us an hour of his life. Doesn't spend time with his kids, his family.
That's right.
Dinner.
And believe me, they definitely do deserve this time.
Awesome, man.
But yeah,
all right, link is in the chat. So make sure you guys subscribe to that. I'm gonna drop my Twitter in there too. I'll drop Ruel's Twitter in there. Give us a holler.
Check that out. But all this information that I'm telling you, I sent it out to my Patreons first, which were the best coins to get while it's dipping. And then there's a certain patronage where I say which coins I'm looking at daily.
All right, I'm gonna get the link to the Patreon in there. All right, how much is the Patreon, Ruel?
Well, there's one link that's like there's one tier that's like just $3 if you just want to support.
There's no reason not to do it and try it for a month. Is that basically what you're telling me? That's what I'm hearing.
Pretty much. Well, and the weekly like crypto list is like $7. And then I think I did like $21 if you want the weekly list and a daily list. But you know, like find out what's best for you. I really think that the weekly list is the best buy. But yeah.
All right, and I'm getting the link to the Patreon in the chat there too. Where is it? There it is. Boom, I got it. All right, again, it's not expensive, guys. At least give it a go for a month, right? If you don't like it, then I would just cancel and shit post them on Twitter.
Right.
Cool.
You will.
All right, man. All right, guys. Links are in the chat. Stay in touch. I will see you all soon. We're going to be back at it on this YouTube channel tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock Eastern, talking stocks. Maybe get a little bit of cryptos in there. You know, that's just how we do it at Benzinga.
Oh, and one thing to close out with, guys, I want to know what you guys want to hear next week. I mean, I can keep going over ETH killers because I think that they're the best gain for your money in 2021. Once one of these guys get up and running, they're going to pull money away from Ethereum. But I'd like to know what you guys like to see. So please put something in the comments, either right now or later on the video. I'd love to do what you guys want to see.
Cool. All right. Anything else, Ruel?
That's it.
That's it? All right. Let's hit it. Oh, I do want to drop in the... Okay. Should I drop in the link to our commercial?
Oh, yeah.
Did you not think it was hilarious?
Oh, yeah. I thought it was really hilarious.
We're making more versions of it. Your thing came in after we were already done editing. So we worked you in. But we're going to make some more versions of it. Yeah, watch this commercial. It's funny as shit. The funniest thing that I've ever been a part of.
Really good editing. Who did that?
I don't know who did it. All I know is that her editors got the project at 7 o'clock on Friday. And then it was 8:30 when you sent over your clips. And I'm like, hey guys, could you work this in? Sorry,
look at
late
you.
Friday project.
That's what I'm saying. My man Luke fighting for me. I love it. Thank you. Appreciate
Always.
it.
Cool. All right, guys. Take care.
Peace.